Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to tell you guys about how I actually became financially free at the age of only 21 years old and what it actually took. I think a lot of people come on YouTube, I do it as well, where we talk about side hustles and we talk about different skill sets that you actually need to go and equip yourself with these businesses to become successful, but nobody actually peels a layer back and talks about what is required before you ever actually decide on a particular investment or vehicle or business or opportunity, and whatever lane you're going to go down as an entrepreneur. Nobody ever talks about what's required if you peel a few layers back. Now, before this video starts, be sure to check the 5th link down in the description. You can pick up 6 free stocks from Webull. All you have to do is open up a brand new brokerage account, deposit at least 1 penny, and they're gonna hook you up with a bunch of free stocks. So go open a new brokerage account and go get some free money, some free stocks. But in this video, I really wanna talk about what it takes to become successful, how I became successful, how I became financially free at 21, and no matter what happens in the future, I may go up, I may go down, I only see myself going up, but entrepreneurship is filled with roadblocks, challenges, and the unexpected. So what I did to become financially free and successful is the same thing that I could do to continuously do that on new businesses, new ventures, and new wins. So the way that I actually came up with this formula, or the way that I actually learned this, is from one of my first mentors. Now, I've kind of mentioned one of my first mentors a handful of times, but I never actually really went into depth, but I'll do it very quickly on this video. So for anybody that doesn't know, I started my entrepreneurship journey at the age of 19 years old. I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that book basically just sent a light bulb off in my head. I never heard the word entrepreneurship, my voice just cracked. I never heard the word entrepreneurship my whole life, it felt like, but once I read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, my life was never the same. I dropped out of college and I immediately decided that I was going to become a successful real estate investor. Now, that book has been so influential in my life. I've actually gotten it tattooed on me right here. As you can see, it says Rich Dad. I should have had him kind of, and then I got a camera, then I got Trust Your Gut and something for my mother as well. I should have had him kind of move the letters so I could have put Rich Dad Poor Dad, but that book has really been the firework or the lightning bulb or the spark to become successful and really chase a career or lifestyle of true financial freedom. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, I would literally wish financial freedom on my worst enemy. But like I said, once I read that book, I started and decided and made a plan, and everything I'm saying, just listen to me because it's all going to come full circle. I made a plan and decided that I wanted to become a successful real estate investor. Now, I thought becoming a real estate investor was going to happen like this. I read this book at 19 and I thought, by the time I'm 20 or 21, I'll be able to retire my family, buy them a new house, and I'll be a millionaire. And I can tell you that's the farthest from the truth. Success and financial success and success in general takes time. It does not happen overnight. I wish it did, but it simply does not happen overnight, right? So when I decided, when I was making my plan, I was really planning out my strategy. One of the marketing methods I decided on was Bandit Signs. And basically what happened, not to drag the story out too long, but I put out Bandit Signs for my real estate investing wholesaling business. And what happened, so I had this really successful real estate investor reach out to me, and he basically took me under his wing. This guy owned a multiple of companies. He owned a consulting company, a sales company, a clothing company, a huge real estate portfolio, and this guy just took me under his wing and literally guided me, for 3, 4, maybe even 4.5 years on life, business, success, all things success in life. And this guy was like a blessing from the universe. I mean, some of the things that he taught me to this day, I still remember and I still implement and use in my life, and I'm like eternally grateful for some of the things this guy taught me. But one of the things that I vividly remember he taught me is, before you decide on any business opportunity, investment, or anything, there's 3 things that you should calculate in your head before you ever decide on a particular path, right? The first thing is make a plan, right? So a lot of people see stuff and they jump so far into it so quickly, so unexpectedly, that they never actually plan out what they're going to do. I think there's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So, you know, when you go into something, you should always have a plan as far as how you're going to do it, what you're going to do, what your marketing materials is, what your action going to be like. For example, I'm starting a new YouTube channel where I'm going to be showing people how to build a YouTube channel. There's hundreds out there, but you know, after doing YouTube for almost 7 years, I feel like I've really, or no, almost 6 years, in August it'll be 6 years, I've really crafted my own formula as far as how to do YouTube, and I've showed a handful of other people. But before I ever start the channel, I'm in the planning phase, right? So the first thing that you should do when starting a new business, a new plan, or you know, a new business, a new venture, a new goal, is you should make a plan. Write it down so you know what you're doing and where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. So you should write down a plan, right? The next thing is decide on that plan. Like, look, this is what I'm doing, and nobody is going to stop me. Nobody is going to get in the way, right? Like what I said when I was first 19 and I read this Rich Dad Poor Dad book. Like I said, if you want to see the tattoo up close, I got a camera. It's dope. But you know, when I decided that I was going to be a real estate investor, I was in university, and I decided that, look, this is what I'm doing, and nobody is going to get in my way. One of the things that I think really crushes a lot of people, because I see so many people, and so many people hit me up asking me, what's a good business? What's a good side hustle? What should I get into? Where's the money at? Is that they don't actually fully decide on what they want to do. Yeah, they want to do it, but are they willing to do whatever it takes? And whatever it takes is going to fall in line with what the third thing of this process is, because they want to do it, but they're not so dedicated to it that, you know, if something, they allow the roadblocks, right? So yes, roadblocks are a part of entrepreneurship. Roadblocks are a part of growth. You're not going to just have a straight and narrow line to success and to financial freedom. There's always going to be challenges. But what I see with a lot of people is they don't fully dedicate themselves. Yes, they try. Yes, they do their best. But when the goings get tough and things get hard, they just fall off. And that's the last thing I want to say is commit, right? So like I said, a lot of people watch my videos for how to make money, what to do, what's the best business to get into. That's great. But if you don't have these kind of, you know, initial infrastructures set up in the face front, there's no way that you can eat. It doesn't matter if you have the greatest plan or the greatest vehicle or the greatest investment. You know, if you don't have that set up in the beginning of making a plan, deciding, and then committing to that plan, when the going gets tough or when you face certain challenges, you'll give up. I've seen adversity literally, and it's so hot out, I've seen adversity literally destroy so many businesses, right? They say the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because most people just end up giving up on their dreams and their goals and their aspirations. So when you're deciding on, you know, to do, whether it's the medical commodities business or the pallets or real estate wholesaling or Forex or, you know, whatever type of business, a landscaping business, maybe, you know, it doesn't matter, maybe YouTube, whatever kind of business you want to get into to start making money. First thing you want to do before anything, before you buy a course, before you do anything, is come up with some sort of basic plan as far as what you're going to do. You're going to buy a course, then you're going to buy a camera, then you're going to upload 10 videos, or you're going to look for 10 properties, make 10 calls. Come up with some sort of plan as far as what you're going to do, because if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there, right? That's the first thing, right? So I had a plan in the beginning. I wanted to do real estate. I had a whole, I wish I could find it. When I initially got home from university, I had to drive 8 hours because I went to school out in Ohio. I drove 8 hours, and I remember, like, one of the first nights I got back home, I literally drew up a huge plan on a poster board as far as, I'm going to do this first, this second, this third, here's the script. I had the whole infrastructure to my wholesaling business on a poster board, right? From there, I decided and committed to this is what I was going to do. So many people, like I said, as soon as they get faced with a few roadblocks or a few adversities, because they're not all the way in, they're not all the way committed, and then their why isn't strong enough, they quit, right? If you don't want it more than just for you, or if you don't have a strong enough why as to why you must do this and why this is a must for your life and for your success, then when the goings get tough, you're just going to give up, right? You know, my why was for my parents. I literally just recently paid off their house. I thought I was going to do it when I was 21. I did it when I was 27. So things take time. Things never go according to plan, but they will go to plan, just not according to plan. You know, I just found a goal sheet from 2017, 2018, and I was looking through the goal sheet, and I literally accomplished almost all the goals. So the first thing you got to do is make a plan. The next thing you got to do, that kind of goes with the last two, or the 2 and 3, is decide and commit. It doesn't matter what happens, how bad it gets, how broke you go. if you lose everything, if you basically don't see success for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, doesn't matter. Commit to whatever you made the plan about, because if you stay the course, and another mentor I have in real estate told me, follow one course until successful. Too many people jump from this to this to this to this to that, over here, back there, over this way. So plan, decide, and commit. That's what allowed me to become successful in real estate, become successful in medical commodities when I had no course, no guidance, no idea how the business works, become successful in YouTube when it took me 4.5 years to grow 2,000 subscribers. Everything I've done in my life is because I committed to it, because I wasn't going to stop until I got what was mine, right? So that's really the key to my success, just the crazy drive not to give up and to not stop until I get what I want. Hope that makes sense. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to drop a like on it. It really helps my channel out. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm almost at 40,000 subs, and when I hit 40,000 subs, I'm going to do a huge giveaway like I did when I was recently at like 30 or 35,000 subs. So I'm going to give away a bunch of money. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.